What's good, guys? Welcome back to the Bishop Sons channel. I'm so excited about this episode. It's been a minute. Guys, today I just want to tell you a very interesting story. And this story, actually from this story, you will realize how your mind is actually powerful and why you should be always, or rather trying to be in a positive, or rather emitting a positive thought to the universe all the time. Now, there's this story of a man that walks down the forest and finds himself in a paradise. He's fortunate, I guess so. But once he gets to the paradise, he feels a little tired after a very long walk. Now, he's trying to look around if he could find a place to rest and just chill and take some breather. So, after searching for a while, he sees a very nice tree and he tells himself, like, why don't I lie down here? The grass is looking nice and very welcoming. So he goes ahead and lies down the tree, and he gets to rest. He sleeps there for about several hours, and then when he wakes up feeling really hungry, and he's like, I wish I had something to eat. And then in the process of that thought going through his mind, he's thinking about all the good things, all the nice and tasty foods he could actually eat. And then out of nowhere, those types of foods just appears in front of him. And he doesn't ask questions. I mean, hungry people don't ask questions. He goes ahead and dive in and eat. He eats and eats until he gets really good and satisfied. Now he thinks to himself, like, I really wish I had some drink so that I can put on top of this. And at the thought of that, he's thinking about all these nice drinks he could be having and all that. And once again, out of nowhere, all the type of drinks he was thinking about appears in front of him. And then drinking people as well don't ask questions, so he goes ahead and just start drinking. So he drinks and just gets full. And then, with a little bit of alcohol in his head, this is where things start getting a little bit hefty and things start going a little bit crazy on the other side. So you see, like, with a little bit alcohol of his head, in our mind, we start questioning some things happening in our lives, even if they are actually good stuff. And he goes ahead and asks himself, like, what has been going on here, really? What has been going on? I've been wishing things and things just been appearing on my plate or on in front of me. Food came in front of me, drinks came in front of me. And then he was like, there must be ghost here. And then he was thinking about the ghost. And guess what? Ghost came. There were ghosts. He saw the ghost. He started panicking and wondering, like, what's going on here? What's happening? These ghosts are here surrounding me. They're going to kill me. Guess what happened next? He died. He got killed by the ghost. Now, you need to understand that in this story, this guy was sleeping under a tree. And this tree is actually, it's just a symbol of the mind. It's the symbol of the mind. And it portrays what the mind is able to do by just a thought. Everything that you see in this world have actually come to be. But everything that you see in this world that has come to be started off in the mind. And you need to know that it is in the mind that everything begins. It is in the mind that there is the spiritual state, and it is where manifestation begins. I always tell you and share with you a lot about the reality we live in, the 3D world, and how it's just an illusion and it's not real. That everything can be altered in the mind, in the spiritual state, in the spiritual plane is where you can alter your reality. If your reality is not going well, you alter it in the spiritual plane. You don't try to change anything in the 3D world, because 3D world keeps on shifting. It's an illusion and it's not real. Now, you need to understand that once you have an alignment with the mind, with the body, and with the mind, body, how do I put this? I think it's with the mind, and then with your energy, and then with your thoughts, it all reflects to your body. Once there's an alignment to this, there's manifestation that goes down the line. And you need to understand that this is powerful. This particular individual was actually creating things from his mind, and they were happening to him right before him. And you see, some of us actually have some beliefs in our lives that are hindering us, or rather makes us destroy the life, the same life that we really strive to live, our desired reality, the same desired reality that you desire to live. You self-destroy it, or rather you happen to be the one who messes it all up again for your own self. There is a single word for this. I think it's called I think it's self-sabotage. You self-sabotage your own desired reality. And how do you do this? Because you see, once you have a belief of something like good things takes time. Let me use that example because I've used it in my videos before. And when you manifest something and it comes really fast, you tend to be guilty about it. And once you're guilty about it, guilty is a negative energy. It means that you don't even believe, or rather have faith that it has taken place. And this is the energy that you're putting out into the universe, and the universe reads that energy. And once it reads that energy, that the same thing that you desired is now taken away from you. And now your reality turns to be something that is different again. And then you'll be like, yeah, I knew it would take time. You see, that was not the real thing, yet it was actually the real thing. Your own belief sabotaged itself. As we see it happened. And why do this thing happen? And that's why I keep on telling you, you guys need to be really, really keen with your old frequency. The old frequency, the old entity that is always trying to get you back to your old reality. You need to know that it's also striving to stay alive, and it will show you everything, or rather display everything in the 3D world, just to trigger the emotions that created it, the emotion that it fed on and created it, and always sustain it, so that it gets that off of you, so that it comes back to life. Because the moment you're in the direction of going towards your desired reality, you are threatening it, and it knows that it's gonna die since you are on to getting to your new reality. And guys, you need to know that when you're going through crazy time, when you're focused on your desired reality and you're seeing a lot of diversity, you need to really be anchored on your faith, because this is where most of us really are altered, or rather we change direction, being the fact that we now our emotions are dependent on the reality we see, which is the 3D world. And you need to understand that this is not the real thing. The real thing starts from the spiritual plane, and once you change your reality from that plane, eventually it's gonna manifest in the 3D world. Don't be changing, or don't be shifting, because this is the old frequency that is trying to get you back. You need to understand that your mind, once you put up your thought in your mind, it's like a seed. You have to give it a good environment for it to germinate. Remember the law of reaping and sowing. What you reap is what you're gonna sow. So if you reap bad thoughts, if you're putting up bad thoughts, that is what you're gonna get. If you're putting in the right thoughts, that is what you're gonna get. And that is just how the mind works. Remember, once you have an alignment with your body, emotions, and energy, it will have no choice but to manifest in the body, which is the 3D world, the reality that we are in. And guys, this is something that you need to always keep in mind, that your minds are powerful, and this is where the change of reality begins. You need to stay focused on your desired reality and anchored on it. Ignore whatever happens in the 3D world. Anything that doesn't support or rather encourages your desired reality, please ignore it. Ignore it and focus on your goal. Focus on your dream. And that is the only way you're going to get to your desired reality. That is the only way you're going to manifest your desired reality. Other than that, you will find yourself drawn back to the old reality because of your old frequency that wants to get you back there. Remember, it's working every single time, and it will display things from people, from events, from circumstances. All this will be happening in front of you just to get you, or rather to trigger those emotions that are negative emotion, of course. And these emotions are like frustration, irritation, annoyance, sadness, those kind of emotions, just to get you back on your old frequency. You need to stand your ground no matter what. You need to stand your ground and focus on your desired reality. You need to visualize how you're going to feel when you hit your desired reality, and entertain that thought in your heart, in your mind and in your heart, and keep on displaying it and playing it. When bad emotions come, let them come through you and let them go. They're just emotions. Emotions are just emotions. They're not us. You need to understand. Emotion is not us. If emotions are us, then we would be disappearing, because sometimes sadness comes and it goes. We would be going with it. So you need to know that they're not us. So emotions, if you're feeling sad, let it pass through you and let it go. Don't stay focused on that. Don't stay anchored on that. The more you stay anchored on that, that is the language you're speaking to the universe, and it's going to give you more of that. I always say here, one of the characteristics of the universe, which is called the annoying law of the universe, is that it magnifies and it maintains the energy you put out. So if you're putting out sadness, you're gonna get more sadness. It's gonna magnify that sadness. If you're putting out more sadness, it's gonna maintain that sadness in your life. You need to change your frequency. You need to change your emotions and focus on the right energy that you're putting onto the universe, so that you hit, or rather get to, your desired reality. All right, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like this video, share, and also live this thing. Don't just listen to what I tell you, guys. Live it. Do as I tell you, and you will see a difference in your life. Anyway, thanks once again for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.